Well, it's here. It's game week. You know, all the work that we've been putting in the last 8 months, it's time to get ready for showtime. And super excited about our young men as we prepare to play a really, really good Florida A&M football team. You know, we'll find out what kind of football team we have after this week. We get a chance to go down to Tallahassee to the defending national champions in their backyard. Should be fun. But like I told our guys, you know, the biggest thing for us is just don't worry about the moment. Just play ball. You know, at the end of the day, it's not a big game. It's just the next game. And why? Because it's our first game. And our mission every week is to go 1-0. And we're going to make sure we put these young men in the right position to be successful. But ultimately, at the end of the day, they got to go play. And we as a coaching staff, we got to put them in position to be successful. So, you know, we're excited about it all. And can't wait to go down to Tallahassee this upcoming Friday.
Okay. Coach, if you could just give us some of your takeaways from watching FAMU on Saturday. What did you see from them?
Good football game, man. It was, you know, exciting football game if you're really a fan of college football. You know, two well-coached football teams. And you know, they put on a good display, man. Not a lot of penalties. You know, normally when you go into those first games, you see a lot of penalties and, you know, it's a lot of self-inflicted negatives. But, you know, Florida A&M's a good football team. They're always going to have talent, you know, through it all. It's Florida, man. They're going to have guys that have speed and size. And, you know, Coach Cozy has done a great job of putting his staff together as well as his team together. And we'll have a big-time challenge going down there, man. But they play hard, they play fast, they play physical. And they get to the ball, man. You know, at the end of the day, when you're playing against a Florida A&M football team, you know they're going to have a lot of talent. So, you know, our thing is we want to make sure that when we go down to Tallahassee that we're prepared and the separation is in the preparation. We'll make sure our young men are ready to go.
Were there some things that you saw that you think that you can maybe exploit going into this week?
Well, when you look at game one, you know, they've already had their first game under their belt. This is going to be our first game. We just got to do what we're good at. You know, we can't go in the game, you know, trying to worry about them so much. Yes, you have to respect your opponent, but we got to worry about us and things that we do well, you know, things that, as we watched training camp, you know, things that we have done efficiently well the whole time on offense, defense, and special teams. And you're going to have to be able to make adjustments. We're going to get into the game, and they're going to do something we're not prepared for. But that's why us as a coaching staff, we have to have experience to be able to handle those moments and keep our guys focused on the urgency of now. The word for the week is now, no opportunity wasted. And we got to make sure when we go down there, we're ready to go. And in the game of football, there's ebb and flow in the game of football. Good things are going to happen. Guys got to keep playing. Bad things are going to happen. Keep playing. Regardless of what, you got to play the next play, give your best effort, put your best foot forward. But I tell you what, we're playing against a really, really good football team. We're going to have to be ready to go.
I know the team was dealing with some bumps and bruises toward the end of camp. Mm-hmm. How's everybody health-wise?
Tell you what, we're coming back pretty strong now. You know, this is the right time. We did have some guys out with some bumps and bruises, but the last, you know, practice or two we've had, those guys are slowly coming back, and we expect to have a majority of our football team when we go out to practice tomorrow morning.
Do you feel like the team is focused now on this first week opponent?
Absolutely. They're ready to go, you know, just to see their level of focus. You know, we went to church yesterday as a team. New Mount Zion had a great day, man. 40 of them gave their life to Christ and joined church, man. So that was a special day. And, you know, right here in Orangeburg, and they're looking for a church home too. So that was awesome to see. Then we had a little team meeting before we went to our little walkthrough yesterday, and to see their level of focus, you know, they're ready to go. They just want to go play against somebody else. But, you know, we're going to have a really, really good week of practice. We're not, you know, focusing on them so much. Yeah, we're going to make sure we know what they do offensively, defensively, and special team, but we have to work on us. I think I have a really, really good focused football team that's ready to go compete.
Through camp, you know, obviously, you know, we've talked about being one team with so many new guys. How do you feel this team has come together going into the season, you know, as far as, you know, coming from different places? I'm not exactly sure how to say it, but, you know, you have a lot of different guys from a lot of different places. How have they gelled so far? I
think more than anything, they now know, because we've been together for so long now. I mean, it's not about where you're from now, where you come from and all that. They know that at the end of the day, they're getting ready to fight with each other now. they're all Bulldogs now, and I think the comradeship has been great, actually. You know, at the beginning in January when they were all new and trying to get to know each other, that's like anything. You bring a stepbrother into the house. I've been in the house with just me, mom, and dad for 14 years, and then you bring a new stepbrother, stepsister in the house. They're gonna start looking at each other sideways for first couple of months. But you know, ultimately, once they understand that they're still one family, you know, that's really what it's all about, and they understand that. And yes, we have brought guys from a variety of different places, but I think they have an undying love for each other. They understand that we're going to be in this fight together, so I think they've come together fairly well.
What are the keys for this week? If this team is going to win Saturday, what's it going to have to do?
You know, when you really just look at, you know, I always have 4 things we talk about, and I'll get to those later, but it's going to come down to fundamentals, man. You know, it's going to come down to blocking and tackling. You know, that's what football is all about at the end of the day. We're going to have to weather a storm. There may be a storm that may come in terms of they may start up high, may start down low. We have to be able to play the next play. And then we have to come together, you know. Always when you go into week 1, it's always a challenge of tackling because you don't tackle your own team in training camp. Only time you get a chance to tackle is you know, on your scrimmages, and then you're afraid of somebody getting hurt per se. But, you know, I think, you know, when it comes down to the 4 key battles that we talk about every week, outside of the ones I just stressed, is we got to win the effort battle. It's got to come down to effort. Talent has nothing to do with effort. Just go play hard. Got to play for your brothers. We got to win the penalty battle. You know, when you go into a game 1 like this, we can't get in the game and have more penalties than they have. You got to win the explosive battle. So that means, you know, we have to have more explosive plays than they have. And our explosive plays are runs over 10, passes over 15. We have to eliminate those explosive plays from them, and we have to have explosive plays on our end. And we have to win the turnover battle. You know, the worst thing you can do is give it to the other team. But we also want to make sure that our defense creates takeaways. So those are the 4 key battles we're going to talk about every week. But it's always, at the end of the day, going to come down to fundamentals, running, tackling, blocking, and at the end of the day, you better be able to run the football and you better be able to stop and run if you're going to be any good football team.
Coach, you've obviously been around HBCU football for quite some time. You're very familiar with, you know, Bragg Memorial Stadium. You know, their quarterback after the game Saturday said they don't lose at Bragg. For a majority of this team, they haven't experienced being down there. How can you prepare them for what they're getting ready to see Saturday?
Well, I'll tell you what, it's going to be an unbelievable atmosphere. I've been down there several times as a coach, and it's going to be a great atmosphere. This is what you come to HBCU football for the pageantry, for the excitement. The band's going to be rocking the house. You know, there's going to be people everywhere out tailgating. But guess what? That has nothing to do with the game. It has nothing to do with the game. We're going to get 60 minutes. And, you know, the young men, they understand that the moment's not too big because it's the next game. Just play the next game. Play the guys in front of you, you know. Just make sure you understand there's ebb and flow of the game of football. Things are going to happen. Just keep playing the next play. Just keep playing the next play, and when the 60 minutes are over, we'll kind of see where the chips fall where they may. But whatever they've done in the past, that's a new team, new season. All right, whatever we've done in the past, it's a new team, new season. We both got new head coaches. We both have new coordinators on both sides of the ball and on special teams. But ultimately, at the end of the day, man, guys got to go play football. It's fun, man. Football is fun. You know, sometimes guys go in the game so tight. It's fun. My team will be relaxed, man. We'll be ready to go. We'll be prepared, but we'll be ready to go. And we're just going to go play a physical brand of football that we have known over the years. People that know South Carolina State, they're going to play physical football, and that's what we're going to do this upcoming Saturday.
Coach, got